we were made aware, leading to the recusal of Judge Glanville, that there was an ex parte meeting that occurred on June 10th, Monday, June 10th. We were not told by the state, we're not told by the judge that that had occurred. We found out about it, luckily, and by happenstance. We then demanded a transcript. We complained about said ex parte, inappropriate ex parte meeting. At no point, when the court finally acknowledged that there was an ex parte meeting that occurred on Monday, June 10th, at no point did the court or the state at that point acknowledge, oh, by the way, there was another ex parte meeting that occurred on June 7th. We sat there after finding out about one ex parte meeting and having to drag the truth out. We sat there and the state and their co-conspirator, the trial court, were silent about the first ex parte meeting that happened on June 7th. What happened in that meeting on June 7th? The state went in and disparaged defense counsel. The state, with no one else there, trashed a fellow member of the bar, Mr. Melnick, trashed another fellow member of the bar, Kayla Bumpus, presumed the guilt of all these individuals, including my client, Shannon Stillwell, and all but accused myself and Mr. Steele of being co-conspirators in this YSL enterprise. And the judge agreed. And the judge said in this ex parte meeting, yes, I've observed these things. The judge presumed the guilt of all the defendants. The judge presumed the guilt of myself and co-counsel, Mr. Steele. And all this, people have been saying to me throughout this whole trial, why does Judge Glanville have it out for you? And it never made sense. And I don't assume bad motives of anyone. Why did Judge Glanville, when you did nothing wrong, try to throw you in jail? Accuse you of cussing him out in open court when you didn't do anything? Why does he always tell you, yell at you, tell you to sit down and be quiet? Why does he cut you off at every opportunity? Why did he try to throw Brian Steele in jail for 20 days for doing what was right? And I didn't have an answer. And then yesterday I received, and I appreciate that, Judge. I appreciate someone finally being open about what's going on here. And I received a transcript. And in that transcript, the trial judge, who's not only assuming the guilt of my client, but is assuming the guilt of me and my friend, Mr. Steele. This is gross. This is disgusting. But it's all starting to make sense. It clicked when I read that transcript last night. This is not okay. Nothing about this is okay. These gentlemen have a right to a fair and impartial judge. And I appreciate the fact that you are going to be a fair and impartial judge. But the reality, Judge, is that they don't have a right to a fair and impartial judge starting on witness 76 of a trial after 9 months or whatever it is. They have the right to a fair and impartial judge from the beginning. And this is absolutely gross and disgusting. And the bottom line is there's a lot more discussions that need to be had about this. But the bottom line is, if you ask me, do we need to revisit the rulings of the judge who sits in chambers secretly and talks to the other side and says, yes, I've been observing this. I've been observing this about what's going on in the trial. The judge that says, not only I'm going to meet with you on Friday and on Monday, but if we need to talk during the weekend, yeah, we can do that. The judge that suggests handing Mr. Copeland a list of questions. All right. Do we need to revisit those rulings? Absolutely, we need to revisit those rulings. We need to revisit everything. This is broken, and it's not okay. It's not okay.